Hello, stamping friends. This is Judy Anderson from judystamps.com, and welcome to my Happy Stamping Studio, where I hope to inspire you in your everyday paper crafting. So today we're going to be making a fun birthday card with the Round We Go bundle. This is a bundle that's on special. It's an extra 10% off through June 30th, 2024. I am loving this stamp set. In fact, it is the stamp set that I am using in an upcoming sketch in our Inspiration sketch program. If you'd like some information on that, just contact me and I will let you know about it. Now, today, I actually took a card layout that I had previously done in one of my classes. And I thought, oh, you know what? I can do that with this stamp set. So I am going to do this card first, and then I'm going to show you the other two cards that I did in a previous card class last year, actually. So the Round We Go stamp set is a stamp set of 17 stamps that includes some sentiments that are broken apart that you can put together, and some lollies and some polka dots and a background. And also this fun background here. Now, these two polka dots or two circles can also make polka dots on a background. So that is a fun thing you can do with this stamp set also. And here are the, the dies. This is a set of 10 dies. And this one here actually cuts and scores pieces for a lolly. And a lolly is what I have come to know as, you can use your scoreboard and score a piece of cardstock or designer series paper and make them in a circle, and it creates what we call a lolly. We are actually going to be using a couple of these today. We are going to use these two larger ones. Oops. And this smaller one here, because we're going to make 3 different size lollies or images for the front of our card. Now, we are not going to be doing lollies today. I'm going to be using, I'm sorry, we don't need those centers. So I'm going to put that to the side. I have our 3 dies here. Let me get out our stamps that we're going to be using. Now, I am going to be using this large image here, this image here, and I am going to use, I'm trying to figure out, do I want to do, yeah, we're going to just do the happy birthday today. Happy birthday. We'll get that. And then I am also going to use that background stamp. And we are going to stamp that on some paper strips that we have. So, got that all set. I am also going to be using some paper snips and the mini Stampin' Cut machine. Now, the mini Stamp Cut and Emboss machine is also 10% off. Now through the end of the month also. So I have a piece of scrap basic white. We have a basic white card base, a layer of basic black, and then one of each of the new 2024 to 26 in color. And those are strips. Okay, we're going to begin with stamping. And the first thing we're going to stamp is these circles. So we're just going to stamp 3 of them. We're going to stamp the Petunia Pop first. Stamp that one right there. I need to clean my stamp off in between stamping here because I'm going to stamp this one again. We won't be using the full image for the second one. However, I do need to stamp it full size. We were going to do that one with the peach pie. Don't you love these yummy colors? I have been using them so much. I don't know if it's because it's summertime and I was just ready after this winter for these nice bright colors. It used to be I was not attracted to brights. I was always attracted to the earth tone colors. But as I've aged, I am embracing the bright colors. The last color we are using is the Shy Shamrock. I'm going to stamp that right there. Okay. Close that one up. And I'm going to stamp the happy birthday while I'm at it. I have all that stamping done. We're going to have some more stamping. And I am going to do that next so that we have all the stamping out of the way. Okay, I am sorry if I just realized I was out of the frame. I moved my camera a little bit today. So I was out of the frame a little bit, but it was just some basic stamping. Next, we are going to take our paper strips. And I could leave these plain, or I can do the design on them. And I decided that today I'm going to stamp this fun, I don't know if they're stars, but it's just like a fun confetti-like pattern to me. But look how that changes that strip. Makes them fun. Okay, we're going to do the peach pie next. Move these out of the way. Now, if you didn't have all these ink colors, we could use the Versamark pad. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to do the two colors that I don't have the ink out for in the Versamark. I could just grab my ink pads real quickly. However, you know what? For some of you that are newer, I'm going to show you how to do this with the Versamark. And then this is the Petunia Pop. So we're going to be doing the Summer Splash and the Pretty in Pink with the Versamark. Now, the Versamark pad is a pad that we call the watermark pad. And that is because it creates this watermark on your paper. It's not as deep of a color as these are going to be, the stamping color on color. And in fact, the lighter your cardstock, it's the lighter these images will come out. And as it dries, these images will appear more. And I'm Pretty in Pink is a pretty light color. So we're just going to let that dry. I'm going to hold this up to the camera though. Can you see those? They're not quite as bold as the other ones. However, they will be on there. And I am thinking, now that I did this, I should have done like the two green, blue, the Shy Shamrock, and perhaps the Summer Splash this way. But it'll be fine. It's going to be a fun card. Okay, we are next. We're going to let those dry. Put those to the side. Now that is a pigment ink. So it does take a little bit longer to dry than our water-based ink. I'm going to grab our mini stamping machine here. Grab my 3 dies. And let's get our images and our base and get all set to cut these out. Now, I'm going to stair step this. You guys know the drill on that. We are going to cut this one, lining those up just like that. Okay, I'm going to try. Yeah, I can do 2 at one time. The next one I'm going to do, this one's just going to be a circle. It's got the little jagged end. However, I'm going to warn you that those little scalloped ends do not match up with the stamp image like the 2 larger dies do. But that's okay. This is a fun card. There's nothing wrong or any right way of doing this, just what your imagination brings out of you. And I love changing things up like this because you get different looks. Oh, you know what? That one didn't cut it out. Oh, I thought it was going to cut it. Oh, no, it doesn't. It just adds that. Okay. Well, we're going to take a circle die and cut that one out. Or maybe I can take a punch that I have. Let's see what we can do. Take this out. I wasn't planning on that. Can you tell that I have not used that die yet? Okay, get this going. Such fun images. I just love this. It's just like a playful image, right? So here we go with that. I could have stamped two different colors on here, but I just want the white. Let me see what I have for this. This here. Ooh, I'm going to have to stretch a minute. Hang on just a second. I've got to go and get one of my dies. Okay, I've gotten one of my circle punches. We all have circle punches. This one is the 1 3/4 inch. So let's see. This one looked like it was going to work. Yep. See, so we'll have a circle. It's not going to be scalloped, but it's going to be a different look. Then we've got our happy birthday. I am just going to fussy cut that out real quick. Remember, you want to move your paper, not your scissors. So I'm just wiggling my paper back and forth to cut this out. And you can, I'm going to remove that excess there. And you can pretty much cut it however you want. You could do it straight. I like it when it's not quite so straight. I don't have to go with the letters exactly. It's just going to give the illusion that I cut around those letters because it's not straight. And go in just a little bit there. And right around that exclamation point, I'm going to cut that off. I just find it easier not having all that extra paper on there. So, just wiggling it and going around is going to give that illusion that I took the time to cut around every little letter, but I don't. Just do this very quickly. How many of you love to fussy cut? Oh, hello, friends. Yes, please say hello as you come in. Let us know where you're coming from. Let us know how your week is going. What are your plans for the rest of the week? Let us all know. So here is our happy birthday cut out. Okay, let's move all this out of the way and get our card base. We're almost done here. Can you believe that? Okay, here's my card base. We're going to fold that with the mountain in the middle. Move this out of the way. Grab my bone folder. Crease that fold. Take my piece of basic black. And here's those papers. See how these are a little bit lighter, but as it dried, it got a little bit darker. And we are going to start by adhering these. Now, when I adhere them, I go from the outside in because I just feel that I can adjust my spacing better when I do it that way. So I'm going to look at the top and the side and the bottom to see if it's even. And I use the liquid glue so that I have a little bit of wiggle room. Now, it doesn't matter if the spacing is even or not. Just get it on there, get it close. We're going to cover a lot of it up, so it's not going to matter. So I'm going to have the peach pie in the center. And so I'll do the two pinks next. Giving a little bit of a space. Trying to make it even at the bottom and top. and making this in-between space just about the same. I have a feeling when we get to the last piece, it's going to be a lot wider space, but that's okay. Like I said, it doesn't matter. You could make your spacing all a little bit different if you want. I guess I could have made my strips just a little bit wider. I didn't make them quite an inch. So this middle piece is going to have a little bit larger border on each side, but pretty close. I think I did a pretty good job there. It doesn't have to be exact, but to the eye, it looks pretty even, right? Okay, we're going to set that right on top of our card base. And you're going to notice I'm not really using a lot of liquid glue. This stuff sticks. Once it's down, it's down. Okay, so now we're going to take these and we are going to, I'm going to go ahead and stamp those circles in the middle. So I'm going to use all three colors again, but I'm not going to put the same color on the lolly that it's stamped already. So let me get out a couple of blocks here. Here's the bigger circle, and here's the smaller circle. So we are going to do, I think, the Summer Splash on our peach pie. Okay, I'm going to clean that off. And I've got the peach pie, which I am going to do on the Petunia Pop, like the way that came out. And then the large circle on our Summer Splash. And you're going to notice I am not doing my circles exactly in the center. The smaller ones are more centered than the large one, but I like them off-centered. It gives your image a 3D effect. It gives it a little bit of dimension and interest. Okay, so we're going to place these on next. And it's not really going to matter how we put them on, but we are going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. Put those out here. So we are going to put one layer on the large. Not too sure how I'm going to lay these out yet. I'm going to put this one, let's see. I'll put this one right here. Now this one, I am going to do the one side with 2 Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, and the reason why I'm doing 2 is because that's going to hold it in place. If I was just to use 1, it would wiggle around, but that way I don't have to glue it underneath where it's underneath here. This one we're going to put on top. So once again, I'm going to use 2 dimensionals towards the outside. Here and here. But I am going to put a little dab of glue because this is going to be setting on top. I'm going to do just a little dab of glue right here. Oh, maybe not. I was nervous because I just opened this glue up the other day and I put it in the wrong glue holder. I've got one that I don't have to put the lid on and another one that I put the lid on, and I put it in the one that doesn't need, or that needs the lid on, but it didn't have the lid on. Does that make sense? Well, I was surprised to learn that I can actually put it in both holders without the lids on it. It keeps it. I have some stand-up glue holders that keep it so that the glue stays towards the bottom so it's ready when I'm ready to use it. Okay, get those on here. Happy birthday. You know, I think I'm going to put happy birthday at an angle. Just kind of makes it more fun. Okay, now I have some embellishments. And these embellishments have been around, and you guys know that these are some of my favorite embellishments. Can you guess what I'm going to be using with this? Let me know before I reveal what I'm going to be using. Yep. Let me see. Anybody guessing? Well, okay, there are the glossy enamel dots. Now, these colors are very similar. Oh, you know what? I used Shy Shamrock for this, not the Summer Splash. It's going to change things up a little bit. So I have Gorgeous Grape. I've got this, I think this was Melon Mambo, Daffodil Delight, and Pool Party. But they're colors that coordinate and go with my card. You don't have to use exact colors. So I am going to use a small Pool Party. And I'm going to put it here, and I'm putting it up to the side. I am going to take this Melon Mambo, and it's a large, no, I want to use a small one. I want to put it over here. And then for the last one, I think I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to use a Daffodil Delight. Let's see, we'll put this one right down there. And as you can see, that coordinates ideally with this. Now, that's a fun card. Now, if I was trying to decide if I wanted to add a ribbon, add a little ribbon coming out here, which I think I might. I don't need quite such a long ribbon. So let me just trim this with my ribbon scissors, which I just had them out here. Here we go. I'm going to trim it first. See how long I want it. There we go. Grab my mini glue dots. Now, I'm going to use my mini glue dots a couple different ways. I'm going to put it on the center. So I'm going to press and turn, and that releases that from the spool. And right there. I want to separate it a little bit. Now I'm going to do the same thing once again. Oops. And say I undid that a little bit too much. I do it again, just like this. Stick this, and we're just going to stick that right under there. Okay, there we go. So that's today's card. I hope you guys enjoyed that and see how those backgrounds, whether it be with the Versamark pad or the actual ink pad, but that gives you a choice when you're doing those backgrounds and some stamping. You don't always need that ink pad to stamp on your colored cardstock. Now, I promised you in the beginning that I would share my other cards, and this is our a stamp set that's in our online exclusives. This punch, though, is a punch that we had years ago, and it's retired, but aren't those just cute? And then I used the Rainy Days turtle and a heart punch that is retired and did it like that. So they had a choice on which image they wanted to use. So here's my card today, and here are those two cards. So I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you again next week, everybody. Happy stamping!